Hello darlings and welcome back. Now when you think of a European getaway, where does your mind immediately wander? Is it the romantic allure of Paris, the ancient grandeur of Rome, or the bustling energy of London? Of course it is. They're famous for a reason, aren't they? They're the A-listers of the travel world, always on the front page. But let me tell you a little secret, just between us. Europe is like a massive, fabulous party, and while the big names are holding court in the main room, some of the most fascinating guests are having a much better time in the other, less crowded rooms. These cities are absolutely brimming with history, unique cultures, and that wonderful old-world charm that makes you feel like you've stepped into a storybook. But honestly, who needs the endless queues, the selfie stick-wielding crowds, and the feeling that you've just paid a month's rent for a cup of coffee? There's a whole other side to Europe, a treasure trove of capital cities that are just as stunning, just as rich in culture, but without all the, well, fuss. These are the underrated gems, the quiet achievers who don't feel the need to shout about how brilliant they are. They offer all the history, all the beauty, and all the incredible food, but with a sense of discovery and authenticity that's getting harder and harder to find. It's like finding a vintage designer piece at a charity shop price, an absolute steal. So today, I'm going to be your guide, your slightly mischievous travel companion, on a little tour of my favorite low-key, iconic capitals that somehow managed to fly under the radar. We're going to pull back the curtain on the places that deserve their own moment in the spotlight. Forget the tourist traps for a moment. Let's get ready to explore the hidden heart of Europe, where real adventure awaits. Pack your bags, figuratively for now, because you're going to want to book a flight after this. Let's dive in, shall we? Right. First up, we're off to the Mediterranean, to a place so small you might miss it if you blink. But oh, you absolutely shouldn't. It's Valletta, the capital of Malta. This isn't just a city, it's a fortress, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and honestly, one of the most concentrated historical areas in the world. Imagine a city built by knights, the Knights of St. John no less. It's all grand bastions and dramatic military history. Walking through its streets feels like you're on a film set, with every corner revealing another honey-colored limestone building that seems to positively glow in the sunshine. It's utterly divine. You can get wonderfully lost in its labyrinthine alleys, stumbling upon hidden gardens, grand churches filled with Caravaggio masterpieces, yes, actual Caravaggios, and balconies that look like they've been plucked straight from a period drama. The entire city is a pedestrian's dream. One minute you're gazing out at the magnificent Grand Harbor, one of the most beautiful natural ports in the world, and the next, you're sitting in a tiny cafe, sipping a Sisk beer and watching the world go by. It's history, but it's alive. It's vibrant, and it's wonderfully, unapologetically Maltese. A tiny capital with a massive personality. Now, let's swap the Mediterranean sun for the crisp, clean air of the Swiss Alps. We're heading to Bern, and if you've ever wanted to live inside a fairy tale, this is your chance. Honestly, it's ridiculously pretty. The entire old town is another UNESCO gem, a perfectly preserved medieval masterpiece, nestled in a bend of the turquoise Air River. It's all cobblestone streets, covered arcades that they call Lauben, perfect for a bit of shopping, rain or shine, and charming fountains with whimsical, colorful figures on top. It's so tidy and orderly, it's almost comical. It's just so Swiss. The pace of life here is wonderfully relaxed. Locals think nothing of jumping into the river for a float downstream on a sunny afternoon. A sort of natural, urban, lazy river. You can stroll along the water's edge, visit the famous bear park. Yes, the city's symbol is a bear, and they have actual bears. Or climb the tower of the Bern Minster for a view that will simply take your breath away. It's not a city of frantic sightseeing. It's a city for soaking up the atmosphere. It's for enjoying a coffee, watching the famous Zitglogge clock tower chime, and just appreciating a place that values quality of life above all else. Alright, hold on tight, because we're changing gears completely. We're off to Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, and this city has an energy that is absolutely electric. It's not quaint or polished in the way some other European capitals are. It's raw, it's gritty, and it is pulsating with life. This is a city that has been through, well, a lot. It's been rebuilt from the ashes more times than you can count, and that resilience gives it a spirit that is truly infectious. The streets are a canvas for incredible street art, telling stories of its past and its vibrant present. It's a city that's constantly reinventing itself. The heart of it all is the Kalemegdan fortress, standing proudly at the confluence of the Sava and Danube rivers. You can wander through its ancient walls and then dive into the Skadarlija district, the city's bohemian quarter, which feels a bit like Montmartre in Paris, but with a Balkan twist. The nightlife here is legendary, with floating river clubs called splavovi that keep the party going all night long. But it's not just about partying. It's a city of warm people, fantastic food. You must try the cevapi, and a palpable buzz that makes you feel alive. Belgrade doesn't just welcome you, it grabs you. Let's head north, way up to the Baltic, to the effortlessly cool capital of Finland, Helsinki. If you appreciate clean lines, clever design, and a certain minimalist chic, you will fall head over heels for this place. It's a city that feels completely in tune with its natural surroundings, a unique blend of striking contemporary architecture and elegant Art Nouveau buildings, all surrounded by the sea. It's Scandinavian style, but with a distinct Finnish accent. The whole city feels like a living, breathing design museum, especially in the aptly named Design District, where you can find everything from high-end fashion to quirky local crafts. But Helsinki isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. The Finns know how to live. You can explore the bustling market square, Kaupatori, grabbing fresh berries and local delicacies, before hopping on a ferry to the nearby sea fortress of Suomenlinna, another UNESCO site. Or do as the locals do and embrace the sauna culture. It's practically a national religion here. In Helsinki, you can spend your morning admiring world-class architecture, your afternoon exploring a rugged island, and your evening relaxing in a cozy cafe. It's a city of beautiful contrasts and understated charm. Now, for a city that is a true journey through time, let's go to Sofia, Bulgaria. This is one of Europe's oldest capitals, and it wears its history with a sort of rugged, unpolished charm that I find completely captivating. It's not a city that's been overly manicured for tourists. It feels real. You can be walking down a modern street and suddenly stumble upon ancient Roman ruins right there in the middle of everything, like the Serdica complex. Then, you look up and see the golden domes of the magnificent Alexander Nevsky Cathedral shimmering against the backdrop of Vitosha Mountain, which looms over the city. Sofia is wonderfully green, with sprawling parks that are the life and soul of the city, where people gather to chat, play chess, and just enjoy the day. It's also one of the most affordable capital cities in Europe, which is always a fabulous bonus, isn't it? You can eat and drink like royalty for next to nothing. It has this fantastic mix of old and new, grand Soviet-era buildings standing next to beautiful old churches and trendy new bars. Sofia might not have the immediate wow factor of some other cities, but give it a day, and its layers of history, friendly atmosphere, and down-to-earth vibe will absolutely win you over. Let's pop back up to the Baltics, to a city that is a feast for the eyes. Riga, the capital of Latvia. Now, Riga is a city of two halves, and both are equally gorgeous. First, you have the medieval Old Town, a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site, with its winding cobblestone streets, hidden courtyards, and the imposing Riga Cathedral. It's like stepping back into the Hanseatic League era, half expecting a merchant in medieval garb to walk past. You can get lost for hours just wandering around, discovering little amber shops and cozy candlelit bars tucked away in ancient cellars. It's incredibly atmospheric. But then, you step just outside the Old Town, and you're in a completely different world. Riga has the highest concentration of Art Nouveau architecture anywhere on the planet. It's absolutely astounding. The buildings are decorated with elaborate sculptures, floral motifs, and dramatic expressive faces. A walk down Alberta Iela is like being in an open-air art gallery. This blend of medieval history and flamboyant turn-of-the-century art gives Riga a sophisticated, cosmopolitan feel. It has the charm of the past, but with a vibrant, modern energy. It's a city that's proud of its beauty, and rightly so. Ah, now for a place very close to my own heart. Let's go to Dublin. People talk about the crack in Ireland, and Dublin is where you'll find it in its purest form. It's a city that's less about grand monuments, though it has those too, and more about people, stories, and laughter. The hospitality here is legendary. You can walk into any pub, and within 5 minutes, you'll be sharing a story with a local, as if you've known them for years. It's a city with a massive heart, and that warmth is what makes it so special. Of course, you have to experience the pub culture. It's the city's living room. But Dublin is also a UNESCO City of Literature. This is the city of Joyce, Wilde, and Beckett. You can feel that literary soul everywhere, from the hallowed halls of Trinity College, where you can see the Book of Kells, to the literary pub crawls that bring their words to life. You can wander through the Georgian squares with their famous colorful doors, take a stroll through Phoenix Park, one of the largest urban parks in Europe, or explore the history of Guinness at the Storehouse. Dublin is a city that invites you to pull up a stool, listen to a story, and become part of its narrative. It's just brilliant. Right, let's head back to Scandinavia for a dose of Danish delight in Copenhagen. This city consistently ranks as one of the happiest in the world, and it doesn't take long to see why. It's a city built for people, not just for cars. The first thing you'll notice is the bikes. Everyone cycles everywhere. It creates such a relaxed, pleasant atmosphere. Then you have the stunning canals, especially the iconic Nyhavn, with its colorful houses and old wooden ships. It's like a postcard come to life, and yes, it's touristy, but it's so pretty you just have to forgive it. Copenhagen manages to be both a fairy tale city, with royal palaces like Amalienborg and the enchanting Tivoli Gardens amusement park, and a global leader in food and design. The dining scene here is out of this world. From Michelin-starred restaurants to incredible street food markets, the quality of life is palpable. It's the home of hygge, that wonderful Danish concept of coziness and contentment. It's found in the warm glow of a candle-lit cafe, in sharing a pastry with a friend, or in a simple bike ride along the harbor. Copenhagen teaches you to appreciate the good things in life. Prepare for something completely different. We're heading to the world's most northerly capital, Reykjavik in Iceland. This city feels like it's on the edge of the world, in the best possible way. It's not a city of ancient history in the European sense. It's a city defined by the raw, untamed nature that surrounds it. You can be standing in front of the striking Hallgrímskirkja church, looking over the city's colorful rooftops, and know that just a short drive away are volcanoes, glaciers, and geysers. It's a gateway to some of the most dreamlike, otherworldly landscapes on Earth. The city itself has a wonderfully quirky and creative culture. It's small enough to walk around easily, packed with cozy cafes to escape the wind, fantastic bookshops, and a surprisingly vibrant music and art scene. The people are incredibly stylish and friendly. Reykjavik in winter is all about hunting for the northern lights and warming up with a hearty bowl of lamb soup. In summer, it's about embracing the midnight sun, where the daylight never seems to end. It's a city that connects you to the power of nature, while offering a warm, welcoming, and uniquely Icelandic cultural experience. Truly magical. Truly. For our final stop, we're back to the Baltics, to a city that is a true fairy tale vision, Tallinn, Estonia. The Old Town is one of the best preserved medieval cities in Europe, another UNESCO World Heritage Site that is just jaw-droppingly beautiful. You'll wander through cobblestone lanes, past Gothic spires, ancient city walls, and stout defensive towers. Climbing Tumpi Hill for a panoramic view over the red-tiled roofs is a moment you won't forget. It feels so authentic, so untouched by time, you half expect a knight in shining armor to clatter past on his horse. But here's the brilliant twist. Tallinn is also one of the most technologically advanced cities in the world. It's the birthplace of Skype. This creates a fantastic contrast. You can spend your morning exploring a 13th century apothecary and your afternoon in the trendy Teleskivi Creative City, a former industrial complex now filled with design studios, street art, and cool independent shops. It's this seamless blend of ancient history and forward-thinking modern culture that makes Tallinn so exciting. It's a city that honors its past while sprinting confidently into the future. A perfect end to our tour. And there we have it. 10 absolutely fabulous capitals that are more than ready for their close-up. From the sun-drenched limestone of Valletta to the high-tech medieval charm of Tallinn, each one offers a completely unique slice of Europe. These are the cities where you can still feel a sense of discovery, where you can wander without a plan and stumble upon something truly magical. They prove that you don't have to follow the crowds to find incredible history, vibrant culture, and that certain charm that we all travel to Europe for. So, next time you're planning a trip, why not look beyond the usual suspects? Give one of these underrated gems a try. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You'll come back with better stories, more authentic experiences, and probably a healthier bank balance, which is never a bad thing, is it? The real heart of Europe is often found just off the beaten path, waiting in these cities full of character and soul. Let me know in the comments which of these you'd love to visit first, or if you have your own favorite underrated capital to share. Thank you so much for joining me on this little adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, because there's always another wonderful place to explore just around the corner. Until next time, travel safely and keep seeking out the extraordinary. Bye-bye for now.